in a warm welcome for Mr. Rock T.
Yes, yes. Yes, indeedy. Thank you for that great introduction. Herb, Colleen, appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything that you do, not only for the company, but the joy of loving people first. And if you learn how to love people first and how to add value to other people's lives, magic happens. That's what influence is all about. Let me tell you something. She wasn't lying. This is my A-list preferred card right here, ladies and gentlemen. You see that, Herb? Rocky Turner. Let me tell you something about this card. Do you know how many flights you have to take? How many miles you have to travel in the air? How many points you have to accumulate to get A-list preferred? That's, ladies and gentlemen, is influence. That is influence, because for you to be able to book a flight to go all over the country, back and forth, here and there, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, the company must be doing something right. They must have some type of positive influence on you. Every one of you guys that's sitting in this room right now has a positive influence on me, because you're responsible for me becoming an A-list preferred flyer for Southwest Airlines. And I'm proud to say that hundreds of thousands of people all around the country feel the same way that I do. Real quick, another part of influence is being able to sacrifice your own personal needs in order to add value into other people. I cannot say that enough. You have to learn how to add value to others. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about what we can all do for other people. And when you learn that secret sauce, I call that the secret sauce. And all my cooks in the house, that's the secret sauce. When you learn that, magic happens for your life. And you get a lot more than you anticipated. It's just gonna start happening. You get connected to goodness. You get connected to positive energy all the time. My quick story, I had two goals in life. I wanted to be a professional athlete, and I wanted to be a radio TV DJ. That was my only two goals. And I said, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what, get out of my way, I'm going to accomplish those two goals. Everybody told me you're wishful thinking, you're never gonna do it. You're not gonna be a professional baseball player. Oh, you're okay, Rock, you're pretty good. Professional level, what? All that stuff. I had all the odds against me. And I had two sets of friends. I had my good set of friends that were sports athletes. They stayed in school, made good grades. I had my bad set of friends that was the ones that was, running the streets, and every time they did anything bad, I'm getting caught up with that as well. I'm getting tugged in both directions. Every time I hung out with this negative set of friends that had that negative influence on me, negative things happened every single time. Every time I hung out with this group of friends over here with that positive influence, great things happened in my life every single time. I made an F. When I made my first F in school, the one thing that used to keep me out of trouble, which was sports and athletics, I couldn't even do that anymore. No pass, no play. Okay? I woke up. I got my stuff together. I said, I'm going to make a promise to attach myself to people that want to do great things in not only their lives, but in other people's lives. That's my friends that I choose. That's my teachers that I associate myself and get connected with. Parents, that's coaches, anybody that you can find that is doing something great for other people is who you need to connect yourself to, because that's going to rub off on you. That's when that secret sauce kind of rubs off on you, and then you become that. If you believe it, you can be it. But in order to believe it, you got to attach yourself with people that's got higher goals than you do. People say, hey, don't reach so high. Make small goals. Okay, do both. Make the big astronomical goal, but it's going to take small goals to get to that big astronomical goal. Look, don't cut yourself short, man. If you shoot for the moon and you only make it to the clouds, you're still up there pretty far. Last time I checked, you're still up there pretty far. And that's how you got to think. And that's part of influence. You got to learn how to help other people think big. Because if you're helping other people and you teach them how to rewire, it's kind of rewiring your mind to think the proper way, nothing will ever be in your way. I said, I want to be, after my baseball career, okay, I played a few years with the New York Mets. I said, okay, now I want to be a radio DJ. I went up to K104 FM radio station right here in Dallas-Fort Worth. At the time, was the #1 radio station in the country. They told me no 4 times. We have nothing available, sir. The 5th time, I came back up there and said, let me work for free. And they said, what? Well, hold on, we may be able to talk now, sir. They said, you really want to work for free? I said, yes, let me work for free. Because I had a plan. I'm going to make an effort to be a positive influence in this company, and I'm going to make them think that I'm an asset to them. So they allowed me to come up to that building. I was in every corner of the building. I was in the programming department, promotions department, engineering department, going out with the street team, getting coffee, mopping floors, first one there, last one to leave. I was doing everything you can possibly think of in that company. I became a positive influence, happy, energy, coming in, speaking to everybody, asking anybody, can I help you, anything, asking questions. I'm asking questions for 2 reasons. First reason, I want to learn more. I want to know more. The second reason is when you start asking questions, people start answering and giving you answers and solutions for stuff. And that stuff is sticking. So when you learn how to teach people to think bigger, that's all I was trying to do. I'm learning 1. 2, I'm also teaching people how to think outside the box because that's the kind of person I am. If you tell me that this is a brown table, I'm going to tell you, okay, but there's some black prints inside of it. How did the black prints get there? Well, I didn't think about that. You open up a big old another world that you never thought about. At 1 year of working absolutely free for K104, a position came available. Guess who got it? Rocky Jermaine Turner, right here. Worked for K104 for 6 years. Rickey Smiley came to town over at 97.9 The Beat. He heard me on the radio. He liked my talent. Came over there. I've been with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show for the last 10 years. We're not only here in Dallas-Fort Worth, but we're on in 80 cities across the country. 8.5 million people listen to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show every single morning. Goal number 2 was accomplished. Now, I'm not telling you guys this to brag. I'm just using this as positive influence to motivate you guys to understand whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whatever goals that you have in your own head. Learn how to reach out to other people and add value. And I promise you, those people that you're adding value to in their lives, they're going to help you get to your goal. Don't ask me. It's scientific. It happens. It works. I promise you. I've done it, and I've seen many people do it. I'm still doing it. One thing I want you guys to remember at all times, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. I promise you, don't be selfish. And if you learn how not to be selfish, and you implement that goodness that you have in your heart, because everybody that works for this company has one of these right here. Has one of these big old blue, red, and yellow hearts. Because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. Herb, am I right? Right. You wouldn't be here. You would not be here if you didn't have the heart, because that's what it's based on. That's why every time I book a flight, I don't even think twice about other options. Y'all know there's a lot of options out there. The only time I don't fly Southwest Airlines is if Southwest Airlines is not going to where I'm trying to go. That's the only time. Because out of all the years that I've traveled with Southwest Airlines, one thing that I learned that impressed me is the people. The people just, you guys care. And I love you guys for that. Don't stop. You care. And when you care about people, and when you invest that goodness into people, you're going to get blessed. You're going to get the rewards that you've always wanted. Every night before I go to bed, I ask myself a couple questions. Question number 1 is, am I wiser now than I was yesterday? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, did I influence anybody that crossed my path today in a positive way? And if I can't answer the question yes to that, I can't sleep at night. It bothers me. Because each and every one of us should make an effort every single day to be some sort of a positive influence to everybody that you come in contact with. It could be a smile. How you doing? Hug. I love it that everybody's huggers in here. If you work for Southwest Airlines, if it's not a rule, make it a rule. You must hug. You must hug. Sometimes the thing that is holding you back is all in your head. That's one of my favorite pictures. Look, it's a whole big horse. He's used to being tied to steel beams and stuff, not being able to move. They got him tied to a plastic chair that he can just run off with. But his mind, mentally, he sees I'm tied up to something and I just can't move, so I'm just gonna be stuck there. So many of us in our own lives, this happens to. We never grow because we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to jump. My man Steve Harvey, one of my mentors, he told a story a couple weeks ago. You might have seen the video on internet. He was talking to the Family Feud crowd, and he said so many people are afraid to, they don't succeed because they're afraid to jump. Jump. You got a parachute on. If things don't go right, pull the parachute. Get back up on there and jump again. You got to. That's the only way you're going to be able to move forward in life. You got to jump, y'all.
What advice would you give to Fortune 200 companies like Southwest Airlines in terms of growing their influence and market share in the African American community?
Well, you got to keep it about the people. You can't pretend. You can't fake it. It's got to be real. And if you genuinely care about the services that you're providing the people, just 10x it. So keep doing what you're doing, 10x it. You know, bags fly free. Phenomenal. All of these other airlines are charging for bags, something that's supposed to be free. So I commend you guys for that. Herb, don't change that. Don't change that, because that little part right there could be a difference maker on whether somebody makes another choice or not. So keep doing what you're doing and keep caring about the people. These other people that influence me, Leji, are people that are doing great things, have done great things, and I want to know how they did it. Not only from the entrepreneurial side, but also from the humanitarian side. And those are the people that I attach myself to, that attracts me, and it's like, okay, I got to get close to this person. If little Rocky Turner walked by right now and said, hey, what advice you got for me there, guy? I would probably have to say, in your journey as you grow and all the people that you come in contact with, I need you to make an effort to add value to their life in some form or fashion. And I would do my best to explain to that 10-year-old in a 10-year-old kind of way what adding value to people's life is. Because if you learn to do that, little junior, life will be so much easier for you. And you won't have a lot of obstacles. You're going to still have obstacles, but everybody's going to fight for you. Think about it. If you're adding value to people's life, and we went around the room, and I had the opportunity to add value to each and every one of you guys. Now all of you guys have my back naturally because I had your back. You see how it works? So when people start asking, hey, do you know anybody that can help me do this? You know what? Call my man Rock, or call Susan, or call Dave, or because they did something for you in your path. And like Pat was saying, mentors, get them. Get the good, positive mentors that are doing big things. Sometimes people are and my wife taught me this one right here. People are in your life for a season sometimes, and that's it. And I had to learn that from her, because I'm that big-hearted guy that, I just want to satisfy everybody. I want everybody to like me, and I want blah, blah, blah. And, she'll pick them out in a heartbeat. Babe, I don't think that was a good one for you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They do this. No, and every single time something happens down the road, and she don't even say, I told you so, but she does give me this look like.
I've experienced that.
I know how to do that look real well, too.
Impossible. A friend of mine who's a basketball trainer, he trains a lot of NBA athletes. His name is Micah Lancaster. He took the word impossible and flipped it into a positive word and broke it up. I'm possible. And I said, man, I love you for that, because you just proved that you could take something negative, same word, broke it up, add that little apostrophe, and you made it positive. So now when he trains kids and these NBA players, he makes them believe you can do anything that you put your mind to in this sport. And I'm gonna make sure I help get you there mentally. We already know you got the physical talent or you wouldn't be here. But mentally, we gotta get you there. Like the failures that Pat was talking about. If you're walking along and you stumble and fail, you hit a brick wall, there's three options. The average person look at a brick wall as, oh, I'm stuck. I guess it wasn't meant for me. Oh, let me go back this way, whatever, and they go back to where they started. No, you got three options, man. Option number one, hey, it may be a long walk, but let me walk around this wall, see what's on the other side. Option number two, let me climb this wall and go over it. And option number three, believe it or not, let me reach down deep down in my soul to bring out that bulldozer of determination and go through this doggone wall, because it ain't stopping me. It's not. And it's okay if you stumble over some stumbling blocks, because guess what? When you take them stumbling blocks and you stack them back up on top of each other and you stand on top of it, where you at now? You're higher up now than you were before. And that's how you got to look at this thing, man.